What's going on, film fans? Thomas L here. It's Thursday. That means it's time for another talk about of the movies opening this week. All right, the first film that's opening on September 7th. The first film I'm going to talk about is The Nun, which is of course set in the Conjuring universe and stars Thais Farmiga as well as Damien Bashir. Now, of course, this is pretty much, like I said, set in the Conjuring universe, and it's about like a priest with a haunted past and a novice on the threshold of her final vows are sent by the Vatican to investigate the death of a young nun in Romania and confront a malevolent force in the form of a demonic nun. I mean, this looks really creepy. I mean, creepy. If you saw the Conjuring 2, you know that was set. No, not Conjuring 2. Well, this is a spin-off of Conjuring 2. But if you saw the last Annabelle movie, it pretty much was setting up the nun. I really dug the trailer. I mean, the TV spots looks cool. Thais Farmiga, I'm a huge fan of her. She's an awesome actress. I'm gonna be seeing this tomorrow. But yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty cool, and it looks creepy. Although critic score is not really the best. It has like a 49% on Rotten Tomatoes, but I guess that's all right. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to blow the gates or anything. It has 49 now, but it could easily go up. And either go up or just go down. I don't know. I'm still looking for it. But yeah, that opens technically tonight, but the actual release date is tomorrow. All right, the next film I'm going to talk about is the new action movie Peppermint. The trailer for this looked awesome. It stars Jennifer Garner as a woman whose daughter and husband gets killed in a drive-by shooting, and the shooters pretty much get off because they're like known gang members or something. And so she goes in for like out in hiding, and and I think it's 15 years if I'm mistaken. No, I think 15 or 5 years. No, 5 years. She goes out. She comes back, and she was pretty much training the whole time she's been gone, and she's been trained to kill the people responsible for her husband and daughter's murder. This is a vigilante film. I mean, it looks like a female Death Wish. Jennifer Garner looks so badass as this role. I mean, I cannot wait to check this one out. I'm seeing it on Sunday. Really looking forward for this movie. I adore Jennifer Garner. Of course, she was Elektra. She could kick ass. I mean, she looks pretty badass in this movie, and I cannot wait to see her in action. All right, I'm gonna. It's the faith-based Christian movie titled "God Bless the Broken Road." Let me pull it up. One of those like Christian faith-based movies, which I'm usually okay with. It's about like while grieving the loss of her husband, a financially struggling widow meets a race car driver. This film also pays tribute to those who serve like in the military, and she also struggles to raise their young daughter in his absence. The film stars this actress named Lindsay Palsfire, who was on True Blood. You also got Jordan Sparks, Dylan Tomlinson, he plays a pastor in this. Madeline Carroll, last who was last seen in that Mercy Me biopic. You got Mackenzie Moss, who was in that Steve Jobs movie in this. Pretty decent cast. And it's directed by Harold Kronk, who directed the first two God's Not Dead movies. I really dug the trailer that I saw for this. I mean, it looks really heartbreaking. It looks really inspirational. These are the type of faith-based movies I really find fascinating. I mean, the trailer. I mean, who haven't dealt with like the loss of someone? And I mean, this of course, like I said, pays tribute to those who served in the military. We all owe it to those people. Whoever's watching, if you're in the military, I salute you, man, and women's. But anyway, there's also a film called I Am Not a Witch, which has like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I thought the movie already came out. Anyway, like it. I haven't seen. I think it's like a foreign film, I believe. Let me pull up what I Am Not a Witch is. I Am Not a Witch is like. Here's what the storyline is. Following a banal incident in her local village, 8-year-old Shalua is accused of witchcraft. After a short trial, she is found guilty, taken into state custody, and exiled to a witch camp in the middle of a desert. At the camp, she takes part in a institution ceremony where she is known where she is shown the rules surrounding her new life as a witch. Like the other residents, Shula is tied to a ribbon which is attached to the coral that perches in a large tree. She is told that she ever cut the ribbon, she'll be cursed and transformed into a goat. Man, they do not play. Mainly has like I never really heard of any of these actors, but I mean the synopsis. Dang, that sounds cool. I kind of want to check this film out now. All right, next film I'm going to talk about is a film called Cold Skin, which stars Ray Stevenson and David Oakes. Ray Stevenson is awesome, by the way. He was, I think, the Punisher. I think in the last Punisher movie he was in, he was also in Door. Cool actor. But Cold Skin is like a horror sci-fi movie directed by Hitman director Xavier Gens. Here's what the film is about. In 1914, a young man arrives at a remote island near the Antarctic Circle to take the post of weather observer, only to find himself trapped in a watchtower beside by deadly creatures living and hiding on the island. Man, that sounds cool. And of course, like I said, Ray Stevens is in this. David Oakes. Mainly, Ray Stevens is the only actor in the movie I actually heard of. But from what I saw from the synopsis, man, that sounds pretty interesting. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I'll probably give this movie a go when ever it's like on TV or something. It's playing out down at IFC Center. So if you guys are like in the New York area and you want to check it out, it's playing there. All right, next film I'm going to talk about is a film called Five Fingers for Marcellus, which is like a foreign western film. Here's what this film is about. Lives change forever when Tayu, the young lion, kills two corrupt policemen in a South African shanty town. Like the lead actor is played by Zatu Delmo. This sounds pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I saw like the trailer for this. It's actually playing that at Cinema Village. I'm probably not gonna see it right like in theaters, but if it comes on TV, maybe I'll probably give it a go. Like the synopsis sounds pretty cool. Like it doesn't really have any actors I really heard of before, but hey, it's always cool seeing a movie with like newer actors. All right. There's also a film called Hal, which is a documentary about Hal Ashby. If you don't know who Hal Ashby is, he directed movies like the musical Hair. He directed Harold and Maude. Really good director. And the documentary looks pretty interesting. It played at Sundance with like rave reviews. It has like a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it really chronicles the life of Hal Ashby and his like, they talk about like his directing stuff. There's also like interviews with people that he worked with, including there's like interviews with Jeff Bridges, Bo Bridges. There's like interviews with Dustin Hoffman, Jane Fonda. This could be a pretty interesting doc. I'm always a sucker about documentaries about someone that pretty much I'm aware of, and that's probably why one of my favorite documentaries of the year is "Won't You Be My Neighbor." Actually, maybe Robin Williams Coming to Some of Mine is probably my favorite doc. But I definitely kind of want to check this one out. There's also a like a Chinese film called Kusama Infinity. There's a film called Bishbi 17. There's like a new horror movie called Mara, which stars Olga Kurylenko. It's another supernatural film about someone getting you inside your dreams. There's a lot of those. Ever since Freddy, of course. A movie about someone getting you inside your dreams. Why not? This film also stars Havar Botet, who's a pretty cool actor. Let me pull up what the film is about. If you're in the New York City area, Mara is actually playing that at Village East Cinema down at 12th Street. Here's what this film is about. Criminal psychologist Kate Fuller is assigned to the murder of a man who has seemingly been strangled in his sleep by his wife, and the only witness is their 8-year-old daughter Sophie. As Kate digs into the mystery of a innocent demon which kills people in their sleep, she experiences the same terrifying symptoms as the previous victims and spirals through a chilling of nightmares to save herself and Sophie before she dares fall asleep again. I admit the trailer did not really do much for me. It does not really look good at all. And plus, it's from Saban Films, who's usually a hit, whose films are usually hits and misses. This might actually be a mess. I mean, I didn't really care much for the trailer. It looked completely boring. I adore Olga Kurylenko. I mean, she's a cool actress, but I'm probably not gonna check this one out. Maybe on TV if it's like premiere on TV or whatever. I'll probably give it a go, but maybe not theirs. There's also some film called The Favor coming out with John Schneider and Tyrone Woodley, which is like a fighting film. There's a film coming called Age of Summer, which is like a coming of age film. That I'm seeing on Saturday at Empire 25. I'm a sucker for coming of age related films. This here stars Peter Stormare, who's an awesome actor. Jake Ryan, who's just in eighth grade, is in this movie. The film, here's what it's about. A determined teenage boy struggles to find acceptance within the junior lifeguard of Hermosa Beach while struggling relationships and changes in the summer of 1986. The film also has Percy Hines White, who's on The Gifted. He's pretty good on that show. I'm definitely interested in this. I'm a sucker for coming of age based movies. I don't know why. Something about them feels so relatable. Especially if you were a teenager, the stuff in the coming of age movies might be relatable to you guys. So yeah, Age of Summer could be pretty interesting. Also coming, there's a film called Lost Fair, which I never heard of. Some film called Great Great Great. There's a movie coming out called Nelly, which I think is a French film. Not to be confused, it's not a movie based on the rapper Nelly's life. Let me try that there. Nelly is also playing that at 42nd Street. Not 42nd. Village East down at 12th Street. I'm meant to say. Here's what the movie Nelly is about. Let me pull it up. Nelly is inspired by the works of Nelly Argan, who's a sex worker turned internationally literary star, who lost between identities, and her life pretty much ended pretty tragically. The actress playing the lead is this actress named Mylene McKay, who's a French actress. I mean, this looks pretty interesting. I don't know much about the story, but I'm kind of interested in checking this out. Maybe on TV or anything. There's also a film called Bleeding Blue coming with Hercules himself, Kevin Sorbo. Some film called Palton is coming out. There's also an indie movie called All Right Now with Kobe Smulders. I adore Kobe Smulders. Let's see. What else is coming out? Lots of interesting in this, and I mean, this is the first week of September. There's not a whole lot of major big stuff premiering coming the first week of September. There's also a film called The Big Take coming out. This looks like a gangster crime film. I'm always a sucker for those movies. Here's where the Big Take is playing that at Cinema Village. So if you're in the New York area, it's playing there. Here's what the Big Take is about. Douglas Brown is a movie star who wakes up to find he is being blackmailed by someone he doesn't know. He calls his agent Jack Girardi, who calls Hollywood private detective Frank Metaclubo to sort things out. Frank does well at first, but he finds the wrong man. he finds an aspiring writer slash director, Max O'Leary, who is under the mistaken impression that he is that the sudden attention he is receiving might be because Douglas Brown wants to make his movie. He doesn't. In the end, Max does get his big break in Hollywood. And fortunately, he is going to have to kill someone to get it. Wow, that's pretty intense. But the film features a cast that includes James McRaffrey, uh, Abon Moss Packard, Quentin Tarantino's gal, Zoe Bell, Robert Foster, Dan Halia, John Enos the third. Pretty interesting cast, and it looks pretty interesting. I saw like the trailer for this, and it looks like it could be really cool. All right, now not only there's movies opening in theaters this week, but if you're home and you don't feel like going to the movie theaters and you want to pop something on Netflix, there's like some stuff coming on Netflix this week. Other than shows like Atypica and Iron Fist, there's a animated show called Next Gen, which looks horrible. It looks like a freaking Big Hero 6 ripoff. But here's what Next Gen is about. A friendship with a top secret robot turns a lonely girl's life into a thrilling adventure as they take on bullies, evil bots, and the scheming madman. To be honest, I saw it earlier. It doesn't really look that good. I mean, it has a voice cast, like a cool voice cast that includes Jason Sudeikis, Michael Pena, David Cross, Constance Wu, John Krasinski, Charlene Lee. But the trailer did not really do much for me. Of course, not every Netflix show, like movies, are really that great. I'll probably check this out when I get a chance. Also, there's a coming of age film premiere this week called Sierra Burgess is a Loser, which I really think Netflix is pretty good when it comes to coming of age teen films. They just had that one, To All the Boys I Loved Before, which was pretty good. The package was decent. They're pretty good when it comes to like these coming of age based movies. Like Sierra Burgess is a Loser pretty much stars Stranger Things star Shannon Purser, and here's what the film is about. A case of mistaken identity results in an unexpected romance when the most popular girl in high school and the biggest loser must come together to win over their crushes. Shannon Purser, aka Bob from Stranger Things, plays the role of Sierra. We got this actress named Christine Froseth, RJ Collar from Power Rangers, Noah Centineo, who was just in To All the Boys I Loved Before, and of course he's best known for playing Jesus on The Foster. She's in this. You got Loretta Devine. This actress named Georgia Ringham, Alice Lee, Leah Thompson, Alan Ruck, Chrissy Metz for all you This Is Us fan. Will Pels is in this. It's pretty cool that Leah Thompson and Alan Ruck is in this movie because they're both 80s teen icons. Alan Ruck was in Ferris Bueller and Leah Thompson was in Back to the Future. So I find that pretty cool. And Sierra Burgess' Loser looks amazing. I mean, I really like Shannon Purser on Stranger Things. I thought she was pretty decent on that show. She was pretty decent on that short-lived show Rise, as well as Riverdale. Glad to see her still getting more work, especially after what happened on Stranger Things season 1. Not gonna spoil it, but if you've seen Stranger Things, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. Alright, that's pretty much all the films that's coming in theaters this week, as well as Netflix. What movies are you guys planning to check out this week? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.